So if everything goes according to plan today, which I'm okay if it doesn't, I got about 12-ish miles of trail in front of me, doing kind of a loop thing through the Superstition Wilderness today. Kind of my main intent here for myself personally is just to kind of get out and spend some time out here and try to make sure I'm actually connecting and being here. I got a lot of things circling up in my mind, and it's good to make sure that the times that I get out here in nature that I'm spending it here and not up here kind of things. This is a rare desert moment. There's enough water for the grass to be this green, and it's soft grass. It's not that razory, sharp kind. Kind of cool though. This is that plant joint fir or Mormon tea. I like it. I always have to, where I see some, like to pick a few stems to either brew up out here on the trail or when I get home. Sometimes when I'm on a trail like this, I get a little bit tunnel vision on the destination or where I'm going, and that's definitely not what I want to be doing today. So I have a couple little tricks I use sometimes, and one is just simply making myself stop from time to time, and then also making sure that I'm kind of checking in with myself every now and then to see, if I'm here or if I'm somewhere up here. So as I came around this corner here, my mind was kind of centered on heading down the trail further, but this place opens up here and it's quiet right now. There's some birds doing their thing. These are the kind of places I gotta stop at, so I'm gonna find this little shade spot here. I'm gonna chill here for a little bit and just sit and listen to the silence. It's a good thing. So that was a good little spot back there, just hanging out, sitting there and listening and looking out over the view. It's good to do every now and then, and not only is it helpful for me to do it like periodically throughout, I'll be doing that throughout this 12-mile little trek here, but also there's a lot of importance for me anyway of making sure I hit a couple spots like that early on in any trip, because it helps me get in the right state of mind, just like a warm-up before a workout kind of thing. It's helps set my mind in the right place, gets me looking beyond the surface of things, and in that cool place where you're able to kind of feel nature and it's able to reach you at a different level. That's where the good stuff is. Little breaks in the shade that I have to take in the hot weather like this. I always try to make the most of those. And then I'm sitting here resting, drinking some water, doing that thing, but also trying to reconnect, check in with myself, do that thing. So pretty soon I should be coming up on a trail junction. It's not the trail I was planning on taking. I was going to pass this one and go on to the next one. That's the route I had planned. But I'm actually thinking about taking this one because the sun's getting a little lower in the sky. I mean, I still got plenty of time, but based on that and where my original plan was, it was going to drop me down kind of in a canyon, which would be cool, but it'd be going around there, and basically it'd start getting dusky, sun would be going down. But I want to be up in the light today, just something I'm feeling. It's the vibe I'm looking for, you know? There's like not a cloud in the sky today, so I'm not expecting any kind of killer sunset. But as the sun gets low, I've talked about this before, I love the lengthening shadows and the change in the color of the light and just what it does to the plants. I just like it. It's awesome. So I want to be in that. I don't want to be down in a canyon or a wash or something when all that awesomeness is happening. So I'm gonna wait till I get to the junction to really make up my mind about that. But it's kind of seeming like a good idea. So here's my little trail junction. This is the direction that I was planning on going originally, and that'll take me in there, and then it'll drop me into kind of a canyon. I'll run along there, and I'll be down there for a while. And what I'm thinking is that by the time I'm coming up out of there, it's already going to be getting lower light. Not dark, but like I'm going to miss that cool lighting period where the shadows stretch and all that good stuff. But it could be a fun little adventure going that way. If I go this way, I go up through that mouth there, and I climb up into there, and then I'm on high ground for a while, and I could probably stop or at least slow down up there, maybe brew up that joint fir tea I had, connect to the desert by drinking it, and be able to enjoy a little bit more of these shadows and lights that I like as the sun goes down. So I think I'm liking this better. Either way, I'm out here in nature and it's nice and quiet out here. I like this, but I think this way is calling me. I'm doing it. Yeah, I think I'm liking this route already because I thought I had a little more time before the sun started doing its magic, but it's I can already see that extra hint of gold in the lighting. So I think this is going to work out perfect once I pop up over this. Gonna be in it. Made it back into the light. So I think once I get up on top of this little mesa up here, I'm gonna look around and see if I can gather some desert scraps and get some water boiling to brew up that joint fir. Have some desert tea out here on the trail. It's always a good time. Valley's like full of crickets. birds and stuff too. It's a good spot right here. See all the tops of the grasses and the spines on the cholla and everything, how they like catch the light and glow like that. That's what I love about this time. Definitely glad I came this way. Would have had fun going the other way too. Would have had its own unique advantages, but this is what I'm needing today. So this is good. So I was planning on brewing up that desert tea up here, up on this upper part before I drop down. But I've been really trying to work on this thing of just like trying to go with what I'm feeling in the moment. Still good to make plans sometimes and set, you know, those goals and all that. But for some other reasons, it's sometimes good to just flow with things how you want them, how you're feeling it at the time. And although it did seem like a fun idea to brew up that desert tea, and I still might at some point tonight, right now this lighting is so cool. Like, I'm enjoying just walking with it and watching the scenery change and seeing how the light touches everything. And so as much as it would be fun to brew up that tea, I don't want to, this is a short-lived moment. I don't want to waste any time, you know, focusing on building my fire and things like that. I just want to stay with what I got here. This is good stuff. So I lost some of my light behind this hill here, but I think I still have time to get it back once I reach the valley down below. But it's definitely looking like if I would have gone the way I'd originally planned, I would have entered these shadows earlier on, and then probably by the time I came up into higher ground, the sun would have been low enough that I'd still be in the shadows. So wouldn't have been the end of the world. It would have been fine. But like I keep saying, I just really like this this time with the light. So worked out good today. The timing worked out perfect with the lighting here. Being able to be up on top there with the light still going out over. And it's still reaching in the valley floor. I'll probably be walking in shadows here pretty soon. I might catch some light here and there on the way back before it's gone over the horizon, but definitely got a good dose of it in. Glad I came this way. It's cool out here. So cool hearing all these crickets, and there's like, I don't know how many species of birds are doing their thing right now. Heard some quail. I keep stopping because this it's just awesome out here. I mean, it's quiet, and the only sounds I'm hearing are the birds and insects and wind blowing through the grasses or the trees every now and then. I dropped my pack here for a second. I need to get my headlamp and stuff out and ready. Don't need it quite yet, but the time is coming. There's a lot of cool sounds that you miss if you don't come out at this time. It's one of the things I like about being out here around now. Headlamp is ready. Clip it right here so I can find it easy. Flashlight goes in the pocket. So there's really only one spot that I had left that I was wanting to get past to make sure I'm on a good straight shot back home with the darkness coming in, and I just passed that. So there's always little spots on the trail that you can get turned around on, even if you've been on the trail 1,000 times, especially with the shifting light. It's weird, like sometimes it's harder to navigate in this dusk light than it is in the full darkness, just because it plays tricks on you. I've been heading back and kind of moving at a fast pace here. Been enjoying the night and the sounds and everything, but I did my little check-in with myself game and realized that I was kind of checking out of the trail and getting ready to be back at my car. I still got a ways till the trailhead. I don't need to be shutting down yet. So I sat down. I'm like right in the middle of the trail. I just sat down on this little ledge and just gonna soak in the night for a bit, because I'm really trying to be conscious about this. I'm trying to not let myself slip out of this. It's good stuff when I can get out here and be present out here in nature. The nighttime has a lot to offer. I like the light. I love the sunlight, that golden light that was with the sun setting. That was awesome. But the night is good too. And I need to spend time with it. So I'm going to click off my flashlight and settle in. I won't sit here for too long, but I want to make sure I sit here long enough that I kind of feel that connection. That's what I like. So I made it back to the car without getting lost in the dark or bitten by rattlesnakes or mauled by a mountain lion. So good day, I guess. It was a good day though. That was a nice hike. Just trying to connect with nature, like I was saying, you know, trying to slow down, trying to be present. It's a tricky game, but this is good training out here for it. It's a good place to do it.